Well, welcome to the second episode of The Truth Seekers. I covered my first episode, of course, on the background you see before me. This is a new podcast. I hope to, record many more of them and hopefully build up a following. I guess that's probably everybody's goal that makes videos. Anyway, the first few I'm going to do are probably just covering me, my background a little bit, what I hope to accomplish with the show, what I'd like to say. So the first one I covered was the background, and this second episode, which is the one I'm doing right now, is going to be about what is a truth seeker. The title of my podcast is Truth Seekers. The title of my novel series, Search for Truth. The first novel is The Seeker Begins. So I can first say that the seeker part probably came from my favorite Who song. Amazing song. Basically about not being able to get the questions you want answered until the end. Till the big end. So a lot of us have questions, but we're still going to keep asking. And even if we don't find them, some of the ultimate answers we seek. That's really about that song, but it always hit me because that's seeking truth in a nutshell. So, otherwise, I picked it for the book, again, the song, and this word seeker. And as far as seeking truth, it's different for all of us. I mean, I've come to realize that, my search for truth is going to be different from somebody else's search for truth. But at the same time, I know that they're all basically heading to the same place. A lot of us are, fighting through the chaos, trying to stab our way through the fog of, confusion and everything going on right now with the virus and the protests and yes, it's alive. I don't think there's any other time in history when we'd rather have truth. Of course, truth to some can be objective. While it is true that we do create our own realities, we can't create our own facts, or we can create them, but that doesn't make them real. A lot of politicians, people in power, try to create their own facts. Or if facts come out that they don't like, they call them fake news for a better, or should I say, for lack of a better word. So, anyways, back to our definition here. Truth seeking to me is not only not putting up with the status quo, although that's certainly part of it, but finding truth in every interaction we have, whether it be a random person at the store, the bank, the supermarket, the post office. I'm sure there's probably a little less of that these days because of, social distancing and masks and stuff, but it starts with, I know it's one of these concepts that is hard to explain, but through this episode and through future episodes, I'll certainly do my best to explain it. Seeking truth is just seeking authenticity, seeking something real. And I think we all want something real. The things that get lost in the chaos are, some weren't meant for us, some were meant for us. But that doesn't mean it wasn't a true experience. So we have to go forward with true experiences. So how do we have true experiences? How do we be able to see that something is authentically real? Now, granted, again, the way we view something is going to be different from the way somebody else views something, but there it is. So we just do the best we can. Different paths to the same basic place, that kind of thing. Anyways, truth in experiences in others or even in ourselves, we have to be honest with ourselves. Live true lives, living our true self. Now, I know this can be very difficult with all the masks we wear on a daily basis, all the outfits and costumes we put on for people we think either can't take the way we really are or won't accept the way we really are, or maybe they will accept us but we're too afraid. Whatever the reason is, we must live our truth. We must live our truth. Part of it, is being honest with yourself, loving yourself, being kind to yourself. That's part of living your truth. It's part of everybody's truth. But living your truth, being honest with where you're at, what you want, where you want to go, what kind of effect you'd like to leave on the world, what drives you, what are you passionate about, all these things lead into our true selves. Yes, we're mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, nephews, nieces, all this stuff. We're all of that. But who we are, only we can really define that. And even though we may disguise it from time to time, in our hearts, in our minds, we know when we're trying to put one over on ourselves. So when we can stop doing that, stop putting one over on ourselves, live our true selves to ourselves, we're going to start seeing the world a lot differently. If we create our own realities through our own perceptions, our perceptions will change once we are honest with ourselves and who we are and where we want to go and all that. Once we do this, all the interactions we have, we're going to want them to be authentic because, well, for one, we're not going to want to go backwards on all the good work we've done. But for two, our perceptions will be different of the event. We're going to see it differently. So, we could run into someone who we may think is bugging us. We can, stop somewhere randomly, or maybe a store, or we're out on a walk. And someone maybe taps us on the shoulder and asks us a question, maybe what time it is, or, if a bus is running that day, or if a certain business is over, or whatever the case is. In normal times, we might see this as annoying. We might, tell them something that's not true just to steer them in the wrong direction because they're annoying us. We may feel like they're annoying our attempt at peace, building ourselves up. But if we're true with ourselves going into this interaction, all that might still be true about them being annoying. A lot of people are annoying. I can be annoying. I guess we all can be annoying. But this annoying person could turn out to be the guide or the sage, so to speak, that we're looking for. This person may ask us questions. This person may challenge us in a certain way that others haven't before. This could cause us to continue to grow. This could cause us to display some aspects of our true self that we've been proving in our minds. Once we put it out there for someone else and they see our true selves and us being authentic, even though they may be annoying or they may disagree with us, or we may say something and they may play devil's advocate, even though they may not really believe it. What if we go in there with true intentions, with truth? We're going to find out that whether it's good or bad, chances are, we're going to learn a lesson from this person. We're going to learn who we really are. We're going to learn who they really are. This search for truth is aided by each other. It really is. I don't know if the unity that we feel inside in our hearts, I don't know if it's something that can be challenged. Anything can be challenged. But that unity, that truth that we come to between two people, that lived experience through us and with us, is what matters. Seeking truth. Once we get that interaction, we're going to see everything else will fall into place. I love you all, and we'll talk soon. Remember to like and share this video and hit the subscribe button. Links for all my social media, my website, and where to buy my books are in the description below. Love and gratitude will find a way. We just have to keep the conversations going. See you all soon.